Hello, I am Lauren, the Patient Support Service Manager here at Mission MSA, and I want to thank you for joining our on demand webinar, Navigating Self Care, Recognizing Burnout, and Caring Through the Holiday. So, in recognition of National Caregivers Month, I would like to take a moment to thank all the care partners out there. So, whether you are supporting a spouse, parent, friend, or loved one living with MSA, you play a vital role in this community. Being a care partner can often feel challenging, especially as the holidays approach. So, the goal of this session is to provide you with valuable information, useful tools as you navigate the journey of caring for someone with MSA. So, by the end of the session, you will be able to identify the early signs of care partner burnout, discover simple, practical self care strategies, learn how to navigate caring through the holiday season. Care partner. So, what is a care partner? A care partner is an individual who supports and assists someone with a chronic illness, disability, or other health condition. So, being a care partner means you do so much more than provide help. You're part of the care team, a really valuable part of the care team. You're the person who notices the small changes, who manages daily routines, and who shows up again and again. It is important to remember that your well being directly affects the person you're caring for. So, caring for yourself is an essential part of being a care partner. The weight of caregiving. Before we dive into burnout, symptoms, and specific self care strategies, I want to share some important statistics that will help us understand the context and weight of caregiving. So, it's from a joint 2024 report from AARP and the National Alliance for Caregiving. Across the United States, more than 63 million people provide paid and unpaid care for a family member or friend living with a chronic illness or disability. The estimate number of U.S. adults who are care partners of recipients age 50 and older is 41.8 million Americans. 89% of care partners provide care for a relative or other loved one, such as a spouse. The average age for care partners is 51. 60% of care partners are women, and the average caregiver spends over 20 hours each week providing support. Common care partner problems/challenges and experiences. Emotional strains. So, care partners frequently manage a range of emotions, including worry, sadness, and anger. So, this emotional burden can be overwhelming. Role conflict. So, juggling the responsibilities of being a family member while also taking on the role of a care partner can create confusion and stress. Isolation and loss of personal times. Many care partners experience feeling isolated. The demands of being a care partner often leads to a significant loss of personal time and social interactions. Difficulties asking for help. Care partners often struggle to ask for help or set boundaries, which can lead to burnout and increase fatigue and stress. Guilt and grief. It's common to experience guilt and grief throughout the care partner's journey, especially as the relationship evolves and changes. So, recognizing these challenges is the first step. It is important to prioritize self care and seek support when necessary. So, what is care partner burnout? Care partner burnout, it is the physical, emotional, and mental exhaustion that arises when someone spends significant time and energy caring for another person's health and safety. So, in the next slides, we will discuss the common symptoms of burnout. It is important to recognize that burnout is your body's way of signaling, your body's and your mind's way of signaling that you need to care as well. Common symptoms of burnout. So, if you have been feeling drained or disconnected, pay attention to these signs. Fatigue, insomnia, irritability, anxiety, depression, difficulties concentrating, headaches, and back pains. So you might be sleeping less, feeling tense, or having trouble concentrating. Sometimes it looks like frustration, numbness, or a sense of loss. Noticing these signs early gives you a chance to rest, reset, and get the support you need. Caring for your body. So, your body carries a lot of the care partner load. So, try to get rest when you can. Even short moments of quiet, eating something nourishing, staying hydrated, and stretch when you feel tense. Keep up with your own health appointments. Make sure to attend your regular checkups and notice what your body needs each day. Caring for your mind. Your mind is constantly active, planning and making adjustments. So be kind to yourself. You're doing your best. Let go of the need for perfections. Make an effort to include quiet moments in your day. So, like sitting outside, listening to music, meditating, or simple breaths. Um, you deserve to have moments of calm too. Staying connected and informed. Being a care partner can be lonely. So, even when others are around, you might feel unseen. Reach out before it feels too heavy. Call a friend, text someone, or join a support group or a community platform. Connection doesn't remove the hard parts, but it helps you carry them differently. So, also learn about the health conditions and or specific needs of the individual you are caring for. So by gaining insights into their conditions, treatment options, and available support resources, you can enhance your caregiving abilities and advocate more effectively on their behalf. Staying organized. So try using practical tools like calendars, to-do lists, and medication reminders to help keep everything in one place. You also may find it helpful to schedule specific times for appointments, medication refills, or even simple care breaks. When possible, also keep important information like medical contact, medication lists, and insurance documents in an easily accessible folder or a digital file. And then also be realistic about your limits, establish boundaries, ask for help, and delegate tasks. Okay, so there are many resources available to provide support for care partners. Some of the resources include healthcare professionals. So, healthcare professionals would be such as like doctors, advanced practitioners, so physician assistant, nurse practitioners, nurses, and social workers. They can provide guidance and support to care partners as well as referrals to other resources. So, the interdisciplinary team may have a list of reliable home care agencies, adult daycare centers, and other support services. They also provide care coordination and help develop a care plan that involves all aspects of your care recipient's health. And they can assist in acquiring durable medical equipment if needed. Respite care. So that is like temporary care provided to a dependent or disabled person to give their primary care partner a break from their care partner duties. So some of forms of respite care can be in-home respite care. So that's such as having a personal care assistant help with ADL, so assisted daily living, skilled nursing care, a licensed nurse who can provide care at home, and then also like an adult day center that offers is offered during the daytime, where that provides social activities, meals, and also health services. Residential facilities such as a skilled nursing home or like an assisted living, they can offer temporary overnight stays for respite care. Family and friends. So this is more of informal respite care that is provided by relatives or friends, such as that can offer a break for the primary care partner. So nonprofit organizations. So various nonprofit organizations such as the National Alliance for Caregiving and the Caregivers Action Network exist to support caregivers. These organizations often provide education materials, workshops, and training sessions to help care partners develop the skills and knowledge to provide effective care. There's also 211. So, with AARP and United Way partnership, you can call the 211 number and they can help you with local help and resources. Online resources. Online resources available for care partners include forums such as MSA Connect, um, websites and mobile apps that offer information, advice, and support. So, if you have not signed up for MSA Connect, I highly recommend signing up. It is our private online platform created for the entire multiple system atrophy community. It is a place for conversation, engagement, education, and support for all affected by MSA. So MSA Connect is also like moderated by Mission MSA staff members. So I highly suggest, if you have not signed up, to sign up, and if you are signed up, to engage on there and ask questions. Government programs. So there are many government programs that offer support for care partners, including respite care, financial assistance, and counseling services. So the Family and Medical Leave Act, FMLA, allows eligible employees to take up to 12 weeks of unpaid leave per year to care for seriously ill family member. Medicare focuses on primarily on medical needs. However, it provides some resources such as home health services and also hospice care, palliative care, and then also durable medical equipment. Medicaid. So, Medicaid offers support through home and community based services that can provide personal care, respite care, and home health aids to eligible individuals in their home. So, local agencies of aging, so be the Department of Aging in your state or your town slash county, they do provide a variety of services like respite care, home delivered meals such as Meals on Wheels, transportation, and also sometimes provide caregiving training and support. These agencies are fantastic for local resources. So, caring through the holiday, as a care partner, the work you do doesn't pause when the holidays arrive. In fact, this time of year can add extra pressure, travel, family expectations, and emotional reminders of how things have changed. Everything discussed so far, such as self care, balance, boundaries, still applies here. So, in the next slides, we will talk about what caring for someone looks like through the holidays and how you can make space for rest, meaning, and connection during this time. The holidays can feel different. So, the holidays often bring a mix of emotion, especially for care partners. It is important to remember that this season can indeed bring joy, stress, mixed emotions. All of those feelings are valid. Traditions may change, and that's perfectly okay. Don't feel pressure to replicate past holidays exactly. Focus on what feels meaningful, not perfect. It's about connection and comfort, not achieving an ideal. And finally, give yourself and others grace. This is a journey, and there will be ups and downs. Preparing with your loved one. Talk about what feels comfortable, what they feel comfortable doing this year. Keep familiar routines or meals that bring comfort. Adjust for fatigue, mobility, or travel needs. And Bring holiday moments to them if it's going out is difficult. So consider bringing holiday moments to your loved ones, whether that's decorating together at home, watching a favorite movie, or inviting people for a short visit. Educating family and friends. So, family and friends often want to help, but may not know how. So, before gatherings, share a few updates about your loved one's health or comfort level. Set expectations for what they can and cannot do, and offer simple guidance on how to support or interact, such as a shorter visit, quiet space, or physical support if needed. It is okay to ask for understanding and patience. These small conversations can help everyone feel more at ease and prevent stressful moments during the events. Keeping the holiday manageable. Simplify plans and focus on what truly matters. Accept help when it's offered. So delegate tasks such as preparing meals, running errands, or decorating. Allowing others to contribute is not a sign of weakness. It's a form of strength that ensures you don't deplete all yourself and your resources. Take breaks between activities to rest and recharge. Set limits before you feel overwhelmed. So that can be deciding how long you will stay at a gathering or how many events you will attend. Give yourself permission to do less can actually help you feel more present and connected. When plans change. So sometimes, even with the best of planning, things shift. Your loved one may not feel well, or you might not just have the energy, and it's okay to cancel or adjust plans. Have a few backup ideas like short visits or phone/virtual calls. Let go of guilt if plans shift. What matters most is that you and your loved one feel supported and not stressed to them. So, when emotions feel heavy, the holidays can stir up strong emotions, and that is normal. It is okay to cry, to feel overwhelmed. Grief and love often exist together. So, sharing your feelings with someone you trust, such as a support group, counselor, or talking with a friend, can help. Reaching out does not mean you are not coping, it means you are caring for yourself too. Remember that caring for yourself is part of caring for someone else. Burnout builds quietly. So make space for rest, connection, and small moments that restore you. Stay organized where you can, but give yourself grace when plans change. Focus on what matters most, not perfection. Support is out there. Reach for it when you need it. So if you are experiencing any symptoms of care partner burnout, a visit to your family physician can help you identify any underlying medical conditions contributing to your burnout symptoms. Your doctor can also recommend treatment options such as counseling, medication, or lifestyle changes to help you manage your symptoms and prevent further burnout. You deserve the same care and compassion you give every day. So remember to take care of yourself. Now we will hear directly from a current care partner.
My name is Melanie. I am 66 years young. I live in Los Angeles, California. I've been on the caregiver journey right now. My husband was diagnosed 6 years ago this month, but it was a bit longer than that since symptoms had started a few years before that. And I do work full-ish time as a substitute teacher online. I can only work from home. And I also facilitate an MSA virtual care partner support group. It's really important for the care partner to understand MSAs as a disease and what the disease progression is. So it's really important for you to also attend your loved one's doctor's appointments. There are charts on the websites that will show you what disease progression is. Everybody's disease progression with MSA is different. I actually carry a little blurb about what MSA is. And if I'm with a doctor or at a hospital and they never heard of MSA, I show it to them. But you are also responsible for educating doctors that don't know, or nurses, or physical therapists, or occupational therapists, or speech therapists, or anybody like that. It's up to you and your loved one to be on a team together. You need to make sure you have all your ducks in a row as far as estate planning and doctors and advance directives. What I mean by that is if you have not figured out your wills and your advance directives, you need to have a conversation with your loved one about what they want. You need to have a talk about brain donations. If you're planning to do that, I would suggest getting an elder attorney so that nothing is out of place. You may need to get durable and medical power of attorneys. You really need to have a good doctor team. We are lucky that way because if you don't have a really good team, you could fall through the cracks. Your loved one could fall through the cracks. And you, since you are the advocate, it's going to be up to you to make sure that all the doctors are on board and don't do anything that you don't feel comfortable doing. So doctors' teams are good. You can also join a support group to get helpful hints like I'm giving you now. I give them out at my support group if they're asked for. Other people who come to the support group, they give them out as well. Some of the biggest challenges that I face as a care partner is my own stress and my own anxiety because I'm faced with my husband who is also legally blind and has type 1 diabetes. I have to put in a chairlift in our house to get him up and down the stairs because he can't walk up and down the stairs anymore. He only walks with a rollator. He also has moderate dementia. And so patience is really a big challenge for me. His issues of helping him out of the house, into a car, out of a car. He can feed himself, but I have to wipe him up. There's not much that he can really do. I have to drive him everywhere. I have to make sure I make all his doctor's appointments. My doctor's appointments, I have to try and take care of myself. And that is a huge, huge challenge because I'm last. It's really hard to put myself first when I have somebody who depends on me for everything. I try and exercise, doing yoga, sometimes saying the serenity prayer will help me. Talking to friends. I like to go. I have a friend of mine. We get together maybe twice a month, and we like to go to a park that has a lake and walk around it and just sit there and look at the beauty of nature to recharge, because that helps me recharge. Where I live right now, I can only look at the sky because I'm in a city, but sometimes those clouds are so beautiful. I read a lot to help me when things are overwhelming. I go to support groups. Support groups not only do I run a support group, but I attend 3 other support groups and I find them amazingly helpful. Even you don't have to say anything if you don't want to, but it's nice to know that there are other people that are on a parallel journey to the one that I'm on. And I've made a few friends that way. It's been lovely. And I recommend that. I did have a time where I had to go away about a year and a half ago. I had to go back east because my daughter was getting her master's degree and I needed to leave my husband here. And it was that journey was tough. It started with me contacting the doctor's office and getting a social worker involved to help me figure out ways. I was actually able to get a grant to help me with my caregiving for when I went away. So that's a good source to contact a doctor's office and see if you can get a social worker involved. I found an agency through one of my support groups that the person used a really good agency that happened to be a relative's agency who owned it. And they came out and they understood that my husband needed more of like a nurse because of all of his other needs. And I was very happy with that agency and I would definitely use them again. But I know that in the future, I'm going to need caregivers. And I know that in a couple of years, I have to go back to see my daughter because she's becoming a veterinarian and she's going to get a white coat and then she'll graduate. So respite care is good. I am for it. And I know that I will be using it more in the future than I have in the past. I get a little sad during the holidays. Most of the time it's joyful, but my daughter lives back east and I can't go back east to spend the holidays with her. So I always get a little sad on Thanksgiving because that was kind of like our holiday. So there's a lot of laughing and there's a lot of joy. And what I do to help alleviate the sadness is because I can't be with my daughter, I usually take my iPad and we'll make a time and we will Zoom or FaceTime with each other so that she can see the rest of the family and that we can be together. But there's always some sadness around the holidays because my husband can't or doesn't join in as much as he used to when we would go places. He's pretty quiet now, whereas before he was very outgoing. So there's just some sadness that I have to accept is just part of the holidays. And I do try to temper it though with some joy and laughter. So I am committed during this MSA journey to not losing myself because it's very easy to lose yourself when you're caring for somebody else and they are always first. So I have to find time and make sure that I do things that I like to do. So I'm saying, please remember that there are 2 people on this journey, 2, your loved one and you. And please take care of yourself and find ways not to leave yourself, however that is. If you're into meditation, if you are into journaling, whatever you need to do to make sure that you're okay. Happy National Caregivers Month. And by the way, remember to take care of yourself.